Right, we're going to talk about blending shutter speeds to get the desired image. Why not come and see what we can do? You can hear me above the roar of the water. Well, good afternoon, and you find me out and about in the Lake District again, and it's actually going to be more waterfalls today, but I've come with a purpose. In the video from when it Warney Side Force, I did take an image where I blended two different shutter speed together to get the image I wanted, and I've had at least 2 if not 3 comments. I can't remember now whether they were on YouTube or on elsewhere where I posted the image, about people didn't fully understand what I meant and how did I do it. So I thought to do a video today about taking such images. So the first part, God, out of breath. The first part will be out in the field, going to a waterfall and capturing the image, and then we'll then go home and process the images, and you can see how the blending actually takes place. So where have we come? And this is a place I've been numerous of times, but I'm maybe going to try and go higher up the beck to some waterfalls I haven't actually been to before. So we're at Rydal, and we're just coming through the grounds of Rydal Hall, and we're going to head up Rydal Beck. Now there's what we call the high falls that I'll go to first, that I've been to before, but then we might go up higher onto the fell where I believe there's some more falls with plunge pools, etc., and we'll see how those are. So that's the plan, to get some waterfall images, but specifically taking different shutter speeds and then blending the two captures together to get the image I desire. So, yep, hopefully that'll work out, and I've rabbited on quite a bit, but anyway, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've made it to our first waterfalls that we're going to actually capture an image of, and you can see them there in front of me. I have been to these ones before, but I think when I came, if I just come round here, I think last time I actually went further down and got an image from there, but you can see that there's the camera there, and I purposefully have come up, I stayed up high because I want to capture both the waterfall and the plunge pool. So what we'll do is we're going to bring up the DSLR on the thing, and so we'll see there, you see you've got the waterfall there, and there's some more waterfall up there, and then we've got the plunge pool down here. And just to remind people, the format of this is 16 by 9, and whereas for the video, whereas the image is 6 by 4. Although I was thinking, I find 64 a bit tall, so I might squash it down to a 5x4, just take a little bit off the top and a bit off the bottom. But we can see there, and one thing I did want to show you, if I turn it round, we've got the polarizer on, and I don't know, if I turn it one way you get all the glare, and then we turn it back and get it in the ideal position, and then we can see through the water. So what I want to do is get an image where I want to still the water out, so quite a long exposure for the plunge pool, but at the same time I don't want to lose definition in the waterfall, so I probably want a slower shutter speed. I haven't actually captured any images yet. The standard image at 100 ISO f11 was about half a second. So it could be that maybe we up the ISO, but then we need to put ND filters on for a long exposure for the plunge pool there. So yeah, that's the idea. Flip it round again. So yeah, that's the idea. That's the waterfall. We'll capture the images and then we'll put them up. We'll put up the blended image, but I will later in the video be showing you how I've actually done it on the computer. So anyway, we'll put these up and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, we've made our way to another composition and another waterfall, and you can see the actual waterfall there in front of me, and you can see I've just got the camera there, and I suppose the question is why am I at the side rather than over there looking straight on. Well, the reason is, if I zoom in, you can see this, it actually goes sort of round the corner as the water's coming down. So at this angle you can get the sort of upper bit and the lower bit as well. So that's why we've come round here. I have taken various shutter speeds from a 30th of a second right down to 30 seconds, although I'm not convinced on this one that I would actually blend it. I don't think there's enough definition or whatever in the plunge pool to warrant it, but we'll see when we get home, and obviously whatever image is best we'll put up on the video, and we'll make our way up. There's some more falls a bit higher up, and we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, we've made it to our last waterfall of the day. We're now at about 3:30 and sunset is at 4 o'clock. So after we've captured the image of this one, we'll be heading back down Rydal, back into Rydal and where the van is. So yeah, now this is Buckstone's Jump is what it's called on the map. And again, I've come up with an image that will, if you just look at the back of the camera there, where we're going to make use of this blending. So that's the idea. So that's the image on the back of the camera. So we're just going to check that filter off, get a better, that's better. So yeah, it's quite a nice one. I did start off, I came, but knowing it was waterfall coming well is I did start off over here because I thought, yeah, there's quite a lot of stones and that under the water which might look good, but I'm not convinced about it. But anyway, we've taken various shutter speeds of that particular image, and then we've come across to this one here. So yeah, we'll do that. I think it's what I've been trying to do is I want to show you how we blend things. So I have been taking images where that technique can be used. Maybe if I wasn't thinking of that, I would have taken a different image. So yeah, so it's a nice little waterfall. If the images are any good, we'll put them up on the video and then we're going to start heading back. So yeah, we'll see you a little bit later. Right, we're on our way back down now. It's quite a muddy, trecky path this, but yeah, we'll get down. So we're going the other side of the beck to what we came up on. But yeah, it's been quite a good afternoon. We've got we caught the images of 3 waterfalls. At the last one I took 2 different compositions. Having taken one, decided it wasn't what I didn't think was the best, so I did another composition. But the whole point of this exercise, and of what I've probably already said it, is to take different shutter speeds and then blend them together to get the desired effect in the image. And I chose to do this with waterfalls. It can be done with other landscape type images, but sometimes you want to smooth out the water on the plunge pool, so you need quite a long exposure, maybe, and some of them have taken up to 30 seconds. But then the waterfall, you just lose any definition, just becomes a white streak, and you may want a lot slower shutter speed. So I mean, I've gone down to not slower, quicker shutter speed, and I've gone up to I think the quickest I took was about a 50th of a second, and obviously that has an effect, and you maybe get the more desired effect on the waterfall but then you need to blend the two together, and that's what we're going to do once we get back home. I mean, you'll have seen the images because I'll have put them up, but shortly you'll see me at home and we'll talk about how we do that. So yeah, just to remind people at this stage, if you've enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, why not subscribe? And whatever, if there's any thoughts, please do comment. I do appreciate all comments received, and I do answer all comments, even if it's just a thank you. Obviously, if it's a question, I'll try and answer the question. So yeah, you'll have seen, I'll have put the map up of where we've been. I've had the GPS on, and yeah, I think we'll probably leave it there, and yeah, we'll see you back at home. Right, we now find me at home on the computer. I'm going to show you how I actually blend the images together. So you can see here we've got 12 of the images that I took, and they've all been processed in Lightroom. And I thought we'd actually do this waterfall here. So these are the images we've got. We've got that one, we've got that one, and we've got that one. Now, to me here, the this for the plunge pool is brilliant. It's nice and smooth, etc. But the waterfall's just a bit over the top. So the question is, which ones do we want? We've got that one. I've got that one. Now that one is not quite to my liking. I prefer this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one. So if we go back to there, we're going to take that one, and we're going to take that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit them, edit in, open as layers in Photoshop. So here we are now in Photoshop, and we've got the image there, and we've got two layers. We've got the longer shutter speed on the top, and if we hide that layer, we can see there's the long shutter speed behind. So the first thing we're going to do, we need to make sure that they're perfectly aligned. So we just make sure we've got both layers clicked, and then we go to edit and auto align layers. Just click that and that, OK. And it has actually moved them slightly. So if we hide the top layer, we can see there is a slight difference. I've done my best to make sure the edits are the same in terms of colours, etc. But on this occasion it's probably not going to matter too much, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this manually. So we'll click on that layer and we'll add a mask. This is on the top layer, and I'm going to take the eraser, and what we're going to do is just erase. We can see there, we're just going to erase. And this is the problem, just knowing exactly how far to go. So we're just going to actually just make it slightly bigger, just so we can see what we're doing a bit easier. Just make the brush a little bit smaller. And we're going to come round here. Get rid of these. So as we can see, we're just It's just a question of, let's just undo that bit. I think we'll just go. And then I think we just need to go across this way a bit. We've missed a bit there. We're going to make this slightly smaller. And just come in here and try and get these leaves. Alright, let's just, I don't know whether we can just wanna, yeah, let's just try going in. I think just getting. I'm not quite sure if we feather. That's better. That's better. I think that will do. So we'll just bring it back so we can see the whole image, and then we can see we've got the waterfall there, and I think that's quite good. So we'll just close that down. And we're going to save it, and that should save it and then take us back into Lightroom. Right, so that's now us back in Lightroom, and there is the image. So if we double click on that one, that was the original one at 30 seconds, and then we come here, it is still showing 30 seconds, but you can see the to me, the waterfall is much nicer, but we've got the nice plunge pool. The only thing we do need to do with doing the auto align, we just need to, we're going to the, whatever they call it, the crop, and we're just going to just bring that up slightly and that one down slightly, because there is a slight bit there, and then we'll go back to the view there. So that's that, and that's how I blend the images. I find that it's easier on this type of image to do it manually. If you do it, there is in Photoshop an auto blend, and to me it doesn't seem to work very well. For focus stacking it's quite good, but it will pick bits out in the top area and blend those, and I only wanted the plunge pool. So yeah, so that's how I blend images for different shutter speeds. And can I just remind you, if you've enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, why not subscribe? And if you've got any comments, please raise them. Any questions, any thoughts, bits you like or don't like, I do appreciate all comments. So yep, we're gonna end it there, and yeah, not quite sure what's next. We're now on the Saturday, hopefully get this all done and dusted to go up tomorrow, and then need to try and get out. I was hoping there might be some snow, but I'm not quite sure whether we'll get any at this point. So yeah, we'll finish there, and we'll see you on the next video.